right. Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmick. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad that each one of you is here. I was called to do a past life reading. And so basically what this is it's just going to shed some light on some past life stuff that could be coming up in your experience right now that's either helping you or hindering you at this time, basically. So this is a collective reading. This is not a personal reading. So with that, take all collectives with a grain of salt, and use your discernment. Take what's yours and leave the rest for others to appreciate. Alrighty, Spirit. Take a step aside and let Spirit pass through. Let's get into this. This is an exciting energy. I'm feeling it already. Alright. So, what past life stuff is coming up for the collective at this time that they need to be aware of? Spirit, for their highest good. What past life stuff is coming up that they need to be aware of at this time for their highest good, Spirit? I hope you all are doing well. I've been picking up on some really cool energy for the collective. So this is an exciting time. Like an exciting, awesome time. Okay. What do they need to hear for their highest good, Spirit? Or did it go? Did it flip over? No? Okay. Well, try that again. No. There it is. I felt it. What else? Okay, so we've got forgiveness. Okay. So with the forgiveness card, especially when it's talking about past lives, what this is talking about is you could be dealing with some unresolved anger at this time, some unresolved resentment, and sometimes what happens is we'll feel an energy or an emotion, and then our conscious mind does what it can to try and make it make sense. And so if all of a sudden you're just like aggravated or frustrated or angry, and then there's no logical reason why, then sometimes what our mind will do is it'll go back to experiences that we've had in life that made us feel that way, and then we'll start ruminating over past experiences. And what it is it's a way for the conscious mind to justify why it feels a certain way in this moment. And some of this is actually carried over from past lives, and so there's really not a conscious logical reason for why that is coming up right now, other than it's just coming up to be acknowledged and released. And so what you can do is when you catch your mind start doing the thing where all of a sudden you're thinking about something that happened 15 years ago, and you're like, why am I thinking about this right now? This is not relevant to my current now experience. What you can do is do something silly to shake yourself out of it. So you can, do an abrupt movement. You can just do something in that moment. You can jump up and down, shake your head back and forth, just anything to shift you out of it a little bit energetically. And then instead of being in your mind about what it is you're feeling and why you're feeling it and how you're feeling it and all of that, turn your attention into your body and go, okay, what am I feeling? And where am I feeling it in my body? And then you can be like, I'm just frustrated. And I'm really frustrated. And I'm feeling it in my stomach, in my solar plexus. Okay. So I'm frustrated. It's in my solar plexus. Take a breath. And then ask if there's anything you need to be aware of when it comes to that emotion at this time. If there is something that you need to be aware of, oftentimes it will come into your awareness. And if not, you just kind of ask and sit with it and just go, okay, I release this. And through that act of acknowledging it and releasing it, it can actually move you through it. It can move you out of that energy. And then focus on, if you've got other emotions coming up, you can keep doing that and bring your awareness into those emotions in your body and just release them. Even if it's like, I'm feeling really, really joyful right now. Where do I feel that? How does that feel? Where is it in my body? Okay, I'm feeling really, really joyful. Okay. And just kind of, release it. And it sounds weird to want to release joy, but what it is it's a way of moving through these emotions in a conscious way that is allowing them to move through you instead of being moved around by these emotions. Okay. So the other one that came up was trees. I have not seen this one yet. So I'm actually going to look this one up really quick. Okay, so the forgiveness, I am going to read this out of the book as well. It's a quick blurb. But it says the situation you're inquiring about will be healed or improved through your willingness to release old stored anger. You may not even be consciously aware you've been holding on to resentment. Your anger may show up in subtle ways such as high blood pressure, addiction, insomnia, or moodiness. Wouldn't it feel great to have stable moods and more control over your health? Forgiveness isn't the same as saying the actions of others were justified or acceptable. Instead, forgiveness is a statement of self-empowerment. You choose to detoxify yourself of all stored anger and other negative energies. After all, when you hold on to anger, it only hurts you and not the other person. To heal the situation, be aware that meditation and introspection are important practices that can help you. See that your anger is merely a transient feeling, like a dark cloud floating across the sky. Recognize that the source comes from a past life and let it go. Forgiveness is cathartic and profoundly healing. Free yourself from negative and harmful emotions. Okay, so yeah, that just confirms what I was saying, and that's beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, there's all sorts of different practices on getting into this space where you're able to release it. And when you release it, especially if it's something stored from a past life that keeps coming up, once you release that, all of a sudden it's like shifting and entering into a little bit like, it's almost like a new way of being, because it's this weight that you didn't even realize you were carrying that is all of a sudden lifted. And it's oftentimes when that weight is lifted that we realize how weighed down we were by it. And so there's other ways to do this as well. So definitely research other ways if you're feeling called to. And sometimes just by simply acknowledging it and then intentionally releasing it. And you can ask for assistance to do this from, the divine, from your spirit team, whatever you work with. There's always assistance in doing these kinds of things as well. But you'll oftentimes release something like this and then go, wow, like this is, I just feel so light, and that's a beautiful thing. So let's look at trees. What I'm picking up is that maybe there's a connection to trees at this time, and maybe you're being called to the forest. That just kind of came up. So maybe you're being called to the forest to do some healing. That might be a first select few of you. Let's see. Okay, this card indicates that you have a special relationship to trees. In ancient times, particularly in Celtic and Eastern European cultures, trees were considered sacred. The Druids looked to oak trees for prophetic information, and the ancient healers used tree ingredients such as willow bark for medicine. Your connection to trees may have been spiritual, including the ability to receive messages from them. In some cases, these seemingly non-sentient trees are animated by real souls known as tree people. You may even have been a tree person or a tree diva in this life, or a prior lifetime. This card asks you to spend more time connecting with trees for healing, knowledge, and inner peace. That is Fantastic. Okay, so this just came through. Maybe by connecting with trees, that will provide profound healing of this, releasing these stored emotions as well. And so really tapping into that tree energy and connecting with trees. And it doesn't have to be like going for a walkabout where you get lost in a forest for a week. Even if you have, a tree in your yard or your neighborhood, and you can just kind of go sit, by the tree and just intentionally tune into it, it will allow you to access that energy. And through that, you're going to find profound healing. This just came through. Awesome. Love the tree, people. That is groovy. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. So we have Love Life. I haven't seen this card yet either. Let's check it out. This card comes to you as an indication that your love life is affected by one or more previous lifetimes. Most likely you had a painful experience back then that caused you to be overly cautious. In such cases, working on yourself can help you reopen your beautiful, loving heart. In that way, you can love and be loved again. It's also likely that this card comes to you as validation that the man or woman you're romantically interested in was also a prominent person in your past life. This individual may not necessarily have been a romantic partner at that time, but your inclination to connect romantically in this life is definitely part of a greater plan. Okay, so this could be confirmation for somebody who is having some things going on in their love life, in their relationship with another person, romantically speaking, or with the energetics around. So basically, if you're in a relationship, what this could mean is that there might be some like resentment or anger or low-key stored emotions that are affecting this relationship that really don't have anything to do with your actual current relationship. Then for some of you who are single at this time, what this could be is that there may be some stored feelings that are keeping you in this space of not fully connecting, or having some fear or resentment type of resistance energy around connecting with a partner, or connecting with the right person, quote unquote. And for a small portion of you, what I'm picking up is that there's somebody in your life at this moment who you are wanting to romantically connect with, but there's some fear and resistance around it because of some past life stuff that gets to be released at this time. And so really the message here is that by doing some work with trees in whatever way that is for you, and really reconnecting to that energy, it's going to help you move through this forgiveness energy and releasing of these emotions that are coming up from a past life to be healed and released at this time. And then what that's going to do is it's going to open up your experience within your love life so that you can fully connect and open and experience that in a more healed, open way. Okay. Wow, what a beautiful message. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, I'm getting to pull another card from the top. No? Okay, I'm gonna flippity through. Okay. Anything else? Okay, it might have been that one. Hold on, I'm getting to shuffle, flip through, and okay. Spirit, what else is coming up for their awareness at this time? Anything else? Nope. Okay. So the card that came out was biblical. And with that, the message of this card is, when you read about Jesus, Moses, or other biblical figures, you know that there's more to the story because you were there. Either you were a follower of Jesus or Moses, or you lived in the Holy Land. You may have also had lives alongside other famous biblical figures. As a result, traditional religious interpretations of the Bible stories don't ring true to you. You know in your heart and soul what really happened. As such, you tend to follow your own religious and spiritual path. If you witnessed the crucifixion, you may have emotional scarring stemming from the heartbreak and horror that followed your beloved teacher's death. These reactions may have caused you to shut down your spiritual sight, clairvoyance, and other gifts. To reconnect with your God-given abilities, pray for help from the biblical figures to whom you feel most connected. You'll learn that they have forgiven all transgressions and have moved on with their spiritual lives, and they'll help you to do the same. Okay, so that could be part of this, this resentment and this anger energy that is coming up to be released at this time. It could be from this lifetime that you experienced, living in those biblical times. Okay. And there's a lot of wounding around organized religion. And so that makes sense that that would be coming up right now to be released. Okay. Give me just a second. One flippity flopped it. Okay, so the one that fell on the floor was farm. And then the other one that came out was angels. Oh, wow, yeah. There's definitely... So we've got biblical, forgiven, and angels. And the forgiven is the white dove. So that's awesome sauce. All right. So what I'm getting right now with this angels card coming out is that you either have a connection with the angels, or they are reaching out to you to work with you at this time to help you move through this forgiveness. I'll read it from the book as well, because I think this could also mean that you have had experience with the angels, basically. Let's see. You drew this card as a sign from your guardian angels who have been with you throughout your soul's history. In between each lifetime, your angels work with you to review the lessons you've just learned. They also help prepare and plan for your next lifetime. You may have functioned as an angel during your time in heaven. You helped guide and heal your loved ones, just like your angels do for you. And I'm going to reframe that as well as you may have functioned as an angel during your time in like the ethers, in the in-between realms, not in between, but in the non-physical realm of, before this incarnation, basically. You helped guide and heal your loved ones, just like your angels do for you. As a result, you hold a deep love for guardian angels. Your guardian angels know all of the details of every lifetime and can help you gently recall significant memories that will allow you to heal in your present life. Call upon your angels as you're falling asleep to reveal relevant memories while you're sleeping. When you wake up, you may not recall all of the details of your dream. However, once you're prepared to consciously remember your past, the material will be given to you. You'll only remember what you're emotionally able to handle. In addition, archangels Michael, the angel of courage, strength, and protection, Raphael, the angel of physical and emotional healing, and Raziel, the angel of God's secrets and mysteries, will help anyone who calls upon them. Like all archangels, they're unlimited and non-denominational. They can be with everyone simultaneously, offering their unconditionally loving power. Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what I was picking up, is that the angels are reaching out to you to help assist you through releasing these energies that are coming up at this time to be released, basically. And then this farm card came out. So it says, your past life on a farm is influencing the situation you're inquiring about. Perhaps you enjoyed a simple, happy life and you crave that simplicity once more. You have enjoyed the warmth of an extended family during your farm life. Your angels may also be nudging you to become self-sustaining by growing your own food as you did in a prior life. You most likely carried forward your green thumb ability to grow plants well. Also, this card may be asking you to reconnect with animals and nature, which were a part of your past lifetime on a farm. If you had a past life accident involving farm equipment, this may carry forward to an unexplained injury in this life. You've also had relationships in that life that you're playing out in this one. Your body will tell you which situation fits, so notice any goosebumps, chills, or other physical reactions as you read this section. Or listen to that section. Okay. Same life, different life. All right. I'm seeing what else wants to come through. Give me just a minute. Okay, so this this love life connection that you have right now could be carried over from this farm life that you experienced living on a farm. And that's also really connecting with nature at this time is going to be very, very healing for you. And then definitely that recommendation for asking for revelations as you're going to sleep, like in your dream space, that's really a great way to bring forth what needs to be brought into your awareness and your consciousness at this time to be released. And sometimes we don't need the actual memories from past lives. We don't need the actual details. We yearn for them at an ego level because we want to, hear about or feel, these different experiences. And sometimes it is necessary to get more details and to understand more about those lifetimes. And at other times in our life or with certain experiences, it's actually a hindrance to know too much about it because it takes us out of this present lifetime. So that's something else to remember when you're doing past life work is what you're ready to have revealed to you will be revealed to you at that time. For some, they remember all sorts of details from past lives. And then for some, they have no conscience anything when it comes to the past lives. It's just these emotions that come up that have no other reason, and then they need to be released or worked with, or there's a soul calling to these certain things. This like the biblical times, there might be a certain soul level knowing of some certain things from that time, or being inexplicably called to a simpler life and kind of craving this farm life even though you really are a city person. And that can just kind of help to bring some awareness and some clarity around what's going on and understand that we're multidimensional beings that are having this human experience right now. And by understanding kind of how this works a little bit and understanding these past lifetimes and how they carry forward certain wounds and things to be cleared in this life, or that are at that soul level that are kind of nudging you in certain directions, or like blocks come up in certain ways that just make no sense. And it can be past life stuff that doesn't need to be mentally worked through. It just needs to be emotionally or energetically, like spiritually worked through, basically. And so it's about clearing it and releasing it so that you can really step up to the experience of being you in this now moment, in this lifetime, and fully embracing you at this time. And yeah, I'm really getting that connect with trees and your angels, and a lot of this will become clear to you as you're ready for it. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Was that it? Okay. All right, well, nothing else wants to come through right now. So, I hope this resonates for you. I hope that this brings a little bit of clarity and gives you a little bit of guidance on maybe where to look at as far as like releasing certain blocks and things, or just resistance and resentments that are coming up at this time. And if this is resonating, definitely let me know in the comments below if you feel called to. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button for me. If you haven't subscribed yet and you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, and it just gives you it just lets you know on your feed basically when I post. If you want the actual notifications, then you can hit the notification bell, and that will actually send you a little blurb of when I post new videos or new messages. So with that, I wish you all the best with this. This is awesome work that you're doing. So keep it up. It's worth it. You got this. And just remember, you're a limitless, multidimensional being having a human experience. All right. I wish you nothing but the best, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye.